Hello everyone, my name is Feed Alligators and welcome to another video, and today we will be talking about the best dual Sykov full auto class setup in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. But before we jump in that, make sure to subscribe to the channel to see more Call of Duty content and Call of Duty Zombies content. Thinking about doing more Modern Warfare content since I do primarily Black Ops content now, but I think there is a very good amount of content that can be made out of Modern Warfare, and it seems to be very popular right now, especially Warzone. Now, the Sykov is a pistol that came into the game very recently. In my opinion, it is a little bit overrated. A lot of people say how it is extremely good. I personally think it is a very good pistol. Maybe not the best. I do, in my opinion, think the Burstfire Renetti is better. But that is just my opinion, like I said. But there is a case to be made for the Sykov. The fire rate with the full auto barrel is very good, and this gun has the potential to have an 80-round magazine, which is a lot of shots for a pistol, and you will not be needing to reload a lot. And that's only a single one. If you really take into consideration the fact that you have two guns, you have 160 shots, which is more than all of the LMGs can have. So you have a lot of shots at your disposal. Granted, you will be missing a lot of them unless you're hyper accurate, which is impossible to do with two guns, especially if they're full auto. But it just makes it so that you can fire consistently and keep constantly firing at a target if you don't hit them at first. And also because in this game, unlike Cold War, when you have two guns, the reload is a lot slower than if you have a single one because it's meant to be more realistic. And you won't have to worry about that reload as much because you have a lot of ammo. So, for this dual Sykov class setup, what we are going to want is going to be the full auto barrel, the monolithic suppressor, the 5mm laser, the 80-round drum magazine, and of course, a Kimbo. Now, three parts of this class setup are incredibly obvious. That would be the 80-round drum magazine, because we need that. Because if not, we have the standard 10-round magazine, which is not a lot of ammo, especially for a full auto barrel. We have the 20-round magazine, which we could put on, but of course, it really you'd only put that on if you were super worried about ADS speed, and of course, having two guns, we do not have the option to aim in. And of course, last but not least, we have the 80-round magazine, which is the obvious choice. We have a Kimbo, which is obviously another big choice because we need to have two guns for this class setup to completely work. And we have the full auto barrel, which is also another essential component to this class setup because we want to have a full auto gun. Now, one thing I will say about this gun is even for having two guns, normally you have a lot of recoil, which is expected, but this gun has the most recoil of any dual setup I have seen in this game. And it really does show. So you, even with that big magazine, I know I said you can have a lot of continuous fire. I would recommend firing in burst more than just going straight at it, because if you fire full auto, it's almost completely uncontrollable, even decently close. But if you fire in burst, you can extend your range a lot, and if you really want to try to hit someone, just tap fire, so that you only fire one shot, and if you want to hit someone at medium range, you can do that. Or, one thing I found that helps is if you really want to be more accurate, use one gun at a time to hit someone at range, because as soon as you start using two guns, it boosts the recoil a lot, and you just are completely uncontrollable with the gun. And I know I said there were three obvious attachments. There's another one as well. Any dual class setup, you're going to want the 5mm laser for hip-fire accuracy. It makes it so much easier to hit targets, especially if they're moving or if they're a little bit far away. And even close range, it's just a lot easier to hit someone when you have a laser directly on them and you know exactly where you're firing. Because unlike Cold War, in Modern Warfare, the laser points exactly where you're going to fire, so you can kind of account for the recoil when you're actually shooting. Another kind of obvious attachment, I guess, is the monolithic suppressor, because suppressors, obviously, they suppress, and this one gives you more range, and because even though we don't shoot a lot of people at range, there's not really any different attachments we can put on this gun that would make any value. Sights don't matter, because you have two guns, so it's not like it'd be useful. And also, if we put a compensator or something like that on the gun, it wouldn't help really that much either, because there would still be a ton of recoil, and we would just be wasting an attachment slot, so I decided to put on the monolithic suppressor. So how does this gun perform? It performs extremely well at close range, a little bit challenging at medium, very, actually, impossible at long range. But when you get someone up close and personal, there is no way they can beat you with the Sykov. And also, I will admit this gun's a little bit uncontrollable, so if you are good at controlling recoil, I would recommend this to you. If you're not really that good at controlling recoil, you might want to just stick to the single pistol, but even then, with the full auto barrel, the single pistol is still just as uncontrollable, so just go at it with the two pistols. And with that, we will conclude the video. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment what you thought of this video down below, and also future video ideas. And as always, I will see you all next time.